All right, so welcome back to another deep dive. Today we're tackling something, well, it's a question I see pop up all the time online.
Oh, yeah.
Is blogging dead? Is it even worth starting in 2024? Someone submitted this YouTube video all about how to start a blog NOW, and
I saw that one.
yeah, some of the advice was a bit surprising, honestly.
Well, that's what makes these deep dives fun, right? Like, we gotta see if this stuff holds up. Blogging declared dead, what is this, the fifth time this year?
At least. But hey, the video's got tons of views, so clearly people are still interested. Maybe it's less about blogging dying and more about it evolving.
Totally. Like, the core desire to share your thoughts, connect with people, hasn't gone away. It's the how-to that's shifted.
First thing the video jumps into, and it's almost a cliche at this point, but they're big on self-hosted WordPress.
Yeah, can't really escape that one.
Right. But I do get it. It's that whole owning your house versus renting thing. You've got control, which online these days feels more important than ever.
It's your little corner of the internet, your digital real estate. But that setup process, I mean, it can be intimidating, especially for someone brand new.
For sure. The video recommends Bluehost. Pretty standard starting point. It's affordable.
Yeah, but they also mentioned later on that they upgraded to Big Scoots. I think that transition's interesting. Like, your needs change as your blog grows.
Makes total sense.
It's-
Start with a food truck, then you open the restaurant when you've got the buzz going.
Exactly. And you don't need to overcomplicate things from day one. The video's a big advocate of those pre-made blog templates. Honestly, sometimes it's tempting to get lost in designing the perfect look.
Oh, tell me about it.
But a clean, functional template, you're up and running fast, and that lets you focus on what actually matters, the writing itself.
No arguing there.
Hmm?
But then comes the big question. What do you actually write about? Niche down, they say. But is there even a niche left that's not totally oversaturated and profitable?
This is where I thought they got clever. They talk about this niche combo idea. So instead of like only vegan baking, which is probably pretty crowded,
You go broader.
yeah, vegan desserts. So you've got recipes, but also reviews, maybe even discussions about ethical sourcing of ingredients, stuff like that. Still targeted, but with more room to breathe.
I like it. They also point out something I hadn't thought of before, which is that those big, popular niches, they're kind of proof of concept.
Meaning,
It's not that you should avoid them, but the fact that they're popular means there's an audience, there's money to be made. The challenge is finding your unique angle within that.
like opening a coffee shop in a city that already has a million coffee shops. Sure, people drink coffee, but why should they come to yours?
Gotta have that special something. And honestly, if you don't genuinely care about the topic, I've been there, you burn out fast.
Passion fuels consistency. It's true. Now, this is where I think a lot of folks get tripped up, and the video dives into it.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
dreaded SEO.
But it's so crucial. Search engine optimization. Google's your friend. Got to make sure it can actually find your brilliant writing.
They recommend this tool, Key Search. It's a bit pricey, not gonna lie.
But then they give this free alternative, which blew my mind. Using Google's autocomplete. You literally just start typing, and Google tells you what people are searching for.
It's like spying on your future audience.
Exactly.
Right.
And they're big on long-tail keywords, which, just so everyone's on the same page, it's not just hiking boots. It's best hiking boots for rocky terrain, more specific.
Way less competition for those, right?
Often, yeah. It's how you carve out your space. So you've got the blog, you're figuring out what to write. Now comes the hard part for a lot of us, even those who've been doing this a while.
Yeah.
How often are you actually putting out content?
Video says at least once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Is that even realistic in 2024? Everyone's attention span is like 5 seconds long?
I think it's a good target. But what I liked is they emphasize quality over quantity. So maybe one week you've got this monster 3,000 word post.
Oh, they call it cornerstone content, right? Just to clarify for listeners, because we throw that term around a lot. It's basically like your pillar content, the really valuable stuff.
Exactly. That's what establishes you as the expert. But then, get this. They say, create shorter pieces that support that cornerstone content.
Oh, interesting. So if your big post is like starting a vegetable garden, then you've got smaller posts on specific vegetables, maybe companion planting tips, pest control, all linking back to that main one.
You're creating a web, basically, with the cornerstone at the center. Gives people more to explore, and Google loves it too. Shows you really know your stuff.
Smart. So we're writing, we're posting.
Yeah.
But how do people actually find this amazing blog? The video kind of moves away from just Google here. They talk about Pinterest and YouTube.
I was surprised by this, but they say focus on Pinterest first, especially in those early months. Makes sense, though. People go to Pinterest specifically to find ideas.
And a lot of those ideas lead to blog posts.
Right, it's like a visual search engine designed for this. Then, once you've got some momentum, branch out to YouTube. Make videos that go with your writing. I like that multi-platform approach.
And both Pinterest and YouTube, they're search-driven too, right? So unlike some random social media post that disappears in an hour, this stuff sticks around.
You're building something lasting. Now, here's the hot take that threw me off.
Mhm.
They say avoid social media entirely early on.
I did a double take when I heard that, but
Yeah.
I kind of see where they're coming from.
It's such a time suck, right? Especially when you're still getting your blog legs under you, chasing followers instead of focusing on the actual content.
Got to prioritize. Speaking of priorities, let's talk about the money part, because at the end of the day, a lot of folks are hoping to make this their gig.
The video focuses on two main things for beginners: affiliate marketing and digital products.
Affiliate marketing, for anyone unfamiliar, it's basically you recommending products you actually use.
And getting a cut of any sales that come from your recommendation. Like, you tell a friend about this awesome new coffee, they buy it because of you, you get a little bonus.
Video's big on Amazon Associates, which makes sense. Huge marketplace. They even mentioned this Amazon on-site commission thing, which I hadn't heard of.
What's that?
So you can apparently earn just from writing reviews on products you've already bought. Seems like an easy way to dip your toes in.
Especially if you're already buying stuff on Amazon.
Right. You're getting paid for your opinion. Now, digital products. This is where I get excited. It's you packaging your knowledge into something you can sell.
Ebooks, courses, templates, the whole shebang.
You become the expert, the teacher. And the cool thing is, you create it once, you can sell it forever.
Passive income. Now, creating that first product can seem daunting. Start small. Maybe a checklist that goes with a popular blog post or something like that.
Compile your best recipes into an ebook. Share your photography tips in a mini course. Just get that first thing out there.
And you can totally combine those two methods. Say you're writing an ebook about home office organization. Include affiliate links to your favorite desk organizers. Bam, extra income stream.
This is where things click, right? You're not just writing because you love it, though that's important, but you're building a business.
It's a platform, an audience, and then you leverage that to offer valuable stuff.
So much to unpack here. Setting up, writing, promoting, making money. Blogging in 2024, it's not just write and pray anymore.
It's knowing your audience, giving them what they want, becoming that trusted source, and yeah, hopefully making a living along the way.
But before we go full business mode, let's take a closer look at those monetization methods. Part 2, we're diving deep into affiliate marketing, digital products, all the strategies and tools to actually make this thing profitable.
All right, so we're back, and I gotta say, I'm excited to dig into this monetization stuff. Like, this is where it gets real, right? We talked about building that solid foundation, the content, getting people to actually see it. But now, how do we turn that into, actual income?
I remember when I first started blogging, making money from it seemed like this mythical unicorn thing.
Oh, yeah.
But what this video is saying, and honestly, what I've learned over the years, it's not about getting rich quick. It's building something sustainable. It's about giving people real value, building that trust.
100%.
And then you can offer products, services, things that genuinely fit with what your audience wants.
It's not about just slapping ads all over your blog and calling it a day. That just screams scammy, doesn't it? Affiliate marketing, when it's done right, it should feel natural.
Yeah, like a recommendation.
Exactly. Like you're telling a friend, hey, I found this amazing new coffee. You have to try it. You're not being pushy. You genuinely love the product.
And programs like Amazon Associates, you're tapping into this massive pool of stuff, millions of products.
And it's easy to use, which is a bonus.
Right. They even mentioned this thing, Amazon's on-site commission program. Have you heard of this?
Not ringing a bell.
So you can earn just from writing reviews of stuff you've already bought on Amazon. Seems like such a low-barrier way to get started.
Oh, that's interesting, especially if you're already a frequent Amazon shopper anyway.
You're turning those purchases into, potential income. All right, now let's flip to the other side of this. Digital products. This is where I personally get excited because it's you, me, you. Packaging your knowledge, your skills into something you can sell.
It's entrepreneurial, it's creative.
Right. The video mentions ebooks, courses, but it really is just scratching the surface. Templates, printables, workbooks, coaching. Sky's the limit.
It's like you become the teacher, you're sharing your expertise, and the beauty of digital products, you make it once, you can sell it forever.
That passive income dream, right? But creating that first product, it can feel daunting.
Oh, for sure.
Start small. A checklist that goes along with a popular blog post. Compile your best recipes into a little ebook. Whatever feels manageable, just get that ball rolling.
Momentum is key. And remember, you can totally blend those two methods together. Say you're writing an ebook about healthy meal prepping, sprinkle in some affiliate links for your favorite kitchen gadgets, boom, extra income stream.
People are getting value, you're getting a little kickback. Win-win.
This is where it starts to come together, right? It's not just-y about loving to write, though that's still important.
It's a strategy.
It's a business, almost.
You've got your platform, you're growing your audience, and then it's like, how do you serve them even better? But in a way that also, keeps the lights on.
So much to consider. Affiliate stuff, digital products. But how do you know which is the right fit for you? Or do you do both?
Honestly, it depends. Your niche, your audience, what your goals are. Some people are all in on affiliate marketing. Some build entire empires off their own products.
Gotta experiment a little, right?
See what sticks.
Exactly. But don't just randomly throw stuff out there. Be intentional. Think, what does my audience actually need?
And don't be afraid to ask them. Surveys, polls, just a little, hey, what would you guys find helpful in a blog post?
The more you know your audience, the better you can serve them. It's building that relationship, almost like a little community.
Okay, so we've got these methods, but the video talks about something I hadn't really thought of before. Mindset.
Mindset. Interesting.
How does your mindset play into making money blogging?
Well, it's about believing in yourself, right? Your value. A lot of bloggers, they struggle with imposter syndrome. Like, who am I to charge for this?
Oh, big time. Especially when you see other people, you're like, I'm not there yet, or they're so much better.
But you have something unique to offer, your perspective, your experiences, your voice. And when you believe that, it comes through in your work.
It's owning your expertise, knowing you're worth it.
And remember, this whole monetization thing, it's a journey. It's not like you flip a switch and suddenly the cash is rolling in.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. There'll be bumps in the road, but if you stick with it, keep learning, keep creating, you can turn this into something real.
So much good stuff here. We talked of affiliate digital products, even the mental side of it, which I think is so important.
But before we wrap this up, got to zoom out a little, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where does all this FET into the bigger picture of blogging in 2024? What's coming next? What are the challenges? That's what we're going to tackle in our final segment.
All right, so we've talked about like the HOW of blogging, right?
Yeah.
Setting it up, the writing, the making money part. But it feels like there's this bigger question hanging out there.
I know what you mean.
What's the future of all this?
Yeah.
The video makes some predictions, but I'm curious, like, from your perspective, where do you see this whole blogging world heading?
It is wild to see how much it's changed, even just in the last few years. Remember when blogs were basically online diaries? Now it's this whole like multi-tool platform, expertise, community, businesses even.
And with AI coming up, all their short-form video, the metaverse, is there even space for blogs anymore?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? People's attention spans are definitely shrinking. But I think long-form content, the kind blogs are really good at, that still has value.
So it's not about abandoning blogs altogether, but adapting.
Exactly. Think of it like a TikTok, right? Catches your eye, makes you interested in something, but when you really want to learn, you're going to go for that deep dive blog post or a long YouTube video.
It's the difference between the headline and the actual article.
Mm-hmm.
Both have their purpose.
Right. And that's where bloggers have this opportunity. It's figuring out how those formats work together. Maybe you make a reel that summarizes your blog post, then link to the full thing.
So you're using these new platforms to drive traffic back to your blog. The blog's still home base.
Makes sense, right? And blogging itself is changing too. We're seeing more interactive stuff, personalization, even AI tools to help with the writing.
You got to stay on your toes, keep learning.
Absolutely. And that's what keeps it fun. It's always changing, so there's always something new to try, new ways to connect with people.
So as we wrap up this whole blogging deep dive, if you could give one piece of advice to someone just starting out or maybe feeling lost in all this, what would it be?
Honestly, don't overthink it. Find something you actually care about, start writing, and be consistent. The rest, it'll come.
It's simple advice, but so true. Action, learning, and honestly, don't forget to have FUN.
Yeah, if you're not enjoying it, it's going to show, you know? People can tell when you're phoning it in.
All right, so that wraps up our deep dive into the world of blogging in 2024. Hopefully you've got some ideas brewing. Maybe you're inspired to start your own blog or give your old one a revamp.
And remember, the most important ingredient in all this, it's you. Your voice, your passion, that's what makes it special.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Until next time, happy blogging, everyone.